incident with Roman Polanski taking home 12 nominations is really just the tip of the iceberg. The Academy has come out and said that they do not want to take a moral position. It is not their ground. It's really not their space at all. But that seems to really be the last straw for 200 members who penned this letter earlier in the week saying that they want to see profound reforms within the organization. And so really what we're at here, Tokes, is a moment of awakening, whether the Academy wants to come to terms with the skeletons that may or may not be in its closet. Some issues that are hot and on the table are making minorities more visible, establishing better instances of gender equality, and coming to terms with possible assaults. So it seems that these 200 members, who are of about 5,000 members within the Academy, have gotten what they wanted, but there's certainly a long path forward.
Indeed. Well, it seems like, a lot of people watching this might be quite surprised, thinking, why is this news now in France? Given what's happened in Hollywood over the last few years, as you say, it seems to be lagging behind somewhat.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years now where it started really from the Me Too awakening in Hollywood and sort of has come all the way here to Paris, where the institution has had to come to terms with what it is going to do in terms of this catalyst moment. As we look forward, it will be a difficult path forward. They will not necessarily have a clear way of going ahead. Their big question is, how do they achieve this profound reform? The National Center for Cinema has been brought in to sort of help mediate and carve a path forward here, but certainly it's going to be a rocky and difficult way ahead.
Okay, and do we know yet whether Roman Polanski will be at the show, whether the show is going to go ahead, and is he still going to be recognized?
Well, there are a number of organizations that are saying this is the moment to call it quits, remove him and snub all of his nominations. We know that the show will go on, but we don't know what exactly might be some differences that have been made now that the entire board has resigned. This certainly is a dark cloud that will sort of hang over the show, much similar to the way that Me Too hung over the Oscars in 2018.
Indeed. Well, we shall see what happens there. Roman Polanski, of course, an iconic figure here in France. Ryan Thompson, thanks for joining me on that story. 35 heads of states and top diplomats are meeting at the Munich Security Conference today. Top of the agenda is what organizers say is a growing lack of direction and leadership to ensure global security. The US Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, France's President Emmanuel Macron, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg and the foreign ministers of Russia and Iran are all expected to attend. European defence, the conflicts in Libya and Yemen will also be discussed.